Alright, so for the past 2 years, I have been in a really, really dark place. Maybe 2.5 years. I'm 23 years old and I feel like I'm running out of time. Maybe it's because of social media. Who knows? I'm an entrepreneur. Well, if you can call it that. I'm on my 5th business, and to be honest, I'm starting to see some success with it. So, a bit of backstory. I've been wanting to be wealthy or successful, rich, by, say, it first came into my head when I was 13, 14. I used to tell my mum I'm going to buy her all these things, not to worry about money. I was never poor, but I want the ones closest to me to have what they want, not just what they can afford, especially in this day and age. Like, things are getting tough. I want to be able to look after everyone, giving them best, say, healthcare, whatever they want. But the issue with that is that puts a lot of stress on you, especially at such a young age. So I started my first business quite late. I was 18, 19 years old. Let's say 19 years old. I'm into my cars, so this is going to sound stupid, but I used to clean my car like 2 times a week, 3 times a week. And to be honest, I got really good at it. So I thought, start a car valeting business, not a detailing business, because detailing's all like the paint correction and stuff like that. I'm no good at that. I can do it to my own car, but I won't trust it doing it to other people's cars. So I started car valeting. I got a few clients that lasted maybe a year. And then, because when you start a business, your friends and family, they're like, oh, you can clean my car. And word of mouth gets you around quite a lot. But then after a while, if you're not getting clients from elsewhere, you're going to fail. And that was my issue. I didn't know marketing. I didn't know how to get myself out there. So I packed that in. I started a clothing brand. I'm not going to tell you the name because that'll give away my identity too much. I did that for maybe another year, and that didn't work either. It was the same. People in my family and friends were buying my hoodies and joggers and hats. But then once they bought my stuff, they don't want another hoodie that just has my logo on it. Why do they want another one? So what if it was a different colour? It weren't premium. It weren't handcrafted in Italy or anything like that. I don't even know where the clothes were made. I just asked my supplier to order me X amount of hoodies or hats, and within a week, I'd have them and sell them. So I was basically just sort of like the middleman. Yeah, so that didn't work. And drop shipping, I don't know if I can count this. I created my own website for it, and it just went a bit like oversaturated. So I didn't get any sales on that. I used to hold the stock. So I'd order the hoodies myself and ship them out myself. And it got to a point where I had all these boxes of hoodies, joggers, hats, and no one was buying them. So I ended up selling the rest of my stock for a farther. Like, the hoodies were a farther, the hats were a farther, everything was just a farther. So yeah, that didn't work. I started day trading. I had a bit of luck with this, but again, that takes years and years and years of dedication. And maybe I just weren't patient enough. So yeah, I didn't focus on that. You know, it's one of those. I might have lost a bit of money, but not thousands and thousands. And now we're on to the company that I'm running in a minute. It's a web development business, but eventually I want to turn it into a software development business. Now, with the way AI is going, I don't know whether that will get easier or harder. It's just I need to adapt to the market. But not a lot of people agree with AI because it's still new, technically. Like, it's still evolving. But I don't know, man, it's hard. I still work full time, so whilst people finish work, they go home, have a beer, sit with the family, go out, you know. But one day it'll pay off. I'd rather not live in regret. So even if it all doesn't work, like, my plan B is working a normal job for the rest of my life. That's my plan B. So a normal life is my plan B. But I just know that's not an option because I've put so much pressure. It's my own fault. I've put so much pressure on myself to not fail. I've told my family I'm going to sort them out. And to be honest, I have got a lot of people rooting for me. I have a very small friendship circle, which I am over the moon with. But this channel is just going to be like an archive, if you will. So yeah, for now, we keep building. Maybe I'll come back to this video in a year and things will be a lot different. I'll show my face, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, so thanks for watching. I don't know why you're watching, but thank you. Appreciate it.